So you put in the time and you've got thousands of liters of grapes. What do you do with them? Maybe it's time to get yourself a grape processing unit. But are they worth the money? If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. How's it going, everybody? Driver53 here, and today we're going to take a look at the large and small grape processing units to see if these are going to be a worthwhile investment for you to have on your farm. I put together a spreadsheet. Let's go ahead and jump straight into it. First two columns you can see are the input and the peak easy input sell price. So the only thing you can put into these facilities are grapes. Now I've got the large and the small showing both here together, and the difference you're going to see down here in a little bit, but for the most part, everything's going to be exactly the same. And the value of these grapes is $21.71. That's for 1,000 liters, and this is on easy economy. This is also the peak price that you could expect to see when they're worth the most, because you're not going to sell your grapes when they're at rock bottom dollar. You're going to save them until you can get the most money for them. If you're playing on normal economy, the value that you're going to see is 60% of this right here. And if you're playing on hard economy, it's going to be 33%. The next two columns that you see are the input quantity per cycle and the input value per cycle. So you can see on the first recipe, it's 2 liters. That's going to be valued at $4.34. On the second recipe, it's 14 liters, and that's going to be valued at $30.39. Well, what are the recipes? That's these two columns right here. The output and the peak easy output sell price. You're going to be able to make raisins and grape juice, and the raisins are valued at $5,428 at 1,000 liters, and your grape juice is $5,544. So roughly about the same. Doesn't matter which one you do. The next two columns are your output quantity per cycle and your output value per cycle. So as you can see, 2 liters of grapes is going to give you 1 liter of raisins. Pretty good little reduction there. And 14 liters of grapes is going to give you 4 liters of grape juice. So quite a bit more. It's almost a quarter of what you put in is what you're going to be able to get out. And the value of 1 liter of raisins is $5.43. And the value of 4 liters of grape juice is $22.18. Now, the biggest difference that you're going to see here is the cycles per month. On the large unit, it's going to be 5280 for raisins and 720 for grape juice. But in the small facility, it's going to be a tenth of that. All right, 10% of the large is what you're going to be able to do in the small. So it's only 528 cycles or 72. Production cost per month is going to be the same. Doesn't matter what facility or what recipe, and that's $60. Output value per month, you're going to be able to make a lot more money on your raisins than you are your grape juice. As you can see, it's $28,600 per month is what you can expect to see on revenue from your raisins if you keep the facility running for an entire month. But on your grape juice, it's only going to be about $15,900. And you can see that it's just about 10% on the small unit. The reason it's not exactly is because your production cost per month, you get a bigger hit on that for the small facility because you're not producing as much. Now, to help you determine if this is going to be a facility for you, I've got the next column right here. This is input value per month. Now, if you were to take all of your inputs, the grapes, and instead of turning them into raisins or grape juice, if you actually sold that, how much would that be worth? Well, to keep a facility running for an entire month, it would be about $23,000 if you were running raisins, or about $22,000 if you were running grape juice. Now, this is for the large facility. Now, the first thing you're going to see is that for the grape juice recipe, if you actually sell your grapes instead of turning it into grape juice, you're going to make more money. Yeah, quite a bit more money. I'm not sure why it's showing negative right now, but it's the way that the game is here on base. I'm recording this on December 1st, 2024. Maybe this is going to get an update. Maybe not. I'm not sure. But as of right now, if they don't change it, you're losing money if you make grape juice. This is only the second production facility that I've seen where that's happening. And unfortunately, it is the second facility that I've seen that this is happening at. And on your small one, it's going to do the exact same thing. You're going to make more money if you sell your grapes instead of making grape juice. Raisins, you're still making money. How much? Well, that's this next column right here. Additional revenue per month by using production. It's about $5,600, $5,700 additional revenue that you're going to be able to make if you run it through the facility here. Now, considering that these facilities cost $240,000 for the large one and $36,000 for the small one, really the only recipe that you can run to make any money is going to be your raisins. So it's going to take a little bit to pay this thing off, and that's going to be about 8.4 months on the large facility and 12.8 on the small one. Now, I know that it says that you can pay this thing off with 15.1 months on the large facility if you're running grape juice, but don't pay any attention to that because you're actually losing money. There's no sense running the stuff through here if you're going to lose the money. But if they fix it, then potentially that's what you're going to be able to make. I don't know. I still left it in here because it's just part of the spreadsheet, but don't worry about it. Just worry about making raisins. Another thing to keep in mind is that this is a divided production. What that means is that if you have your raisins running at a full production and that's the only recipe, it's going to be able to produce at full production for the entire month. But if you turn on your grape juice, then your raisins, it's actually going to be cut in half, and your grape juice, it's only going to be half as well. So don't accidentally turn on your grape juice and just keep making them raisins, and you're going to be fine. Now, how many grapes do you need to keep this facility running for an entire month? Well, it's 10,560 on your raisins. And if you're running grape juice, it's 10,080. And for the small facility, once again, it's 10% of the large, so it's a little bit over 1,000 liters. Now, what's the volume of your output that you can expect every single month? Well, it's going to be 5,280 for your raisins, grape juice, 2,880, and then 528 and 288 in the small production facility. Now, if I'm doing the labor-intensive job of having a grape farm, I'm going to want to make sure I make the most money that I can. So right now, grape juice would not be an option for me, but I still think that your raisins, it's actually not bad. It's about right in the middle of the amount of revenue, additional revenue that you could make every month. So maybe just send them over there and don't worry about making grape juice because, I mean, who likes to drink that stuff anyway? Well, that's going to be it for today, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like if you would. Make sure to hit subscribe and turn on your notifications to keep up to date on my future videos. While you're waiting on those future videos, go and check out one of these two right here. Have a great day, night, evening, everybody. Until next time, this is Driver 53 signing off.